Hello crafty friends, welcome to another texture paste ideas video. To create today's piece I took some mixed media paper and a scripty stencil and used my cake icer scraper tool to push the texture paste through the stencil. I then removed the stencil and left the texture paste to dry. So now it's ready to go. For this I'm going to do some simple blending to start with anyway. And I've got ice spruce distress oxide. Blending it over, making sure to get in all the nooks and crannies around the texture paste. You don't have to do that. You could deliberately leave some bits less blended for a bit of variation. I'm just doing it this way today. There's plenty of ink going on there. Now for some evergreen bough here and there. And now some pine needles. So we're staying in the conifer evergreen range of colours, the bluey greens. And now I'm going to flick water on that. Give that a moment to activate the colours, and then take a piece of kitchen towel, press it down to pick up the water. Now we've got a blobby look, and it's actually taken quite a bit of the colour off of the writing, which looks nice, I think. Might add a little bit more down here. And I'll dry that. So I want to do a bit of heat embossing, and I really only want the embossing to go on the texture paste. So I'm going to dust this with talcum powder to get rid of any moisture, static or oily fingerprints. And now I've got my embossing ink pad. I'm just going to smear it onto my glass mat. I think I'm getting some coverage. And I'm going to press this down, and hopefully it'll pick up some of the ink. And it'll mostly be on the texture paste. I'm going to shake over metallic platinum superfine from Wow. It's a lovely pale gold colour. And that has gone on some of the writing and not much of the background, but some of the writing is still white, which is what I wanted really. I wanted some variation. So now I'll melt that with my heat tool. And I'm really liking that. I love how the gold is mainly on some of the writing. It just acts as a really pretty shimmery highlight. So this needs to go on a card now, and I'm going to start by cutting out a torn-edged rectangle. I think I'll do this side because I like this darker blob here. I've chosen a torn-edged die because I think it works really well with the grungy nature of the panel. So I've got this slim bit now, and I'm going to cut this again with the same die so that I get a torn edge on all four sides. This washi tape has stuck itself really well, so I'm going to soften the adhesive with my heat tool or my hairdryer, so that it peels off without hopefully ripping the paper. Yep, it's come away perfectly. So enough for two cards there, I think. So let's deal with this big one first. I've used the next size up die to cut a piece of white cardstock. So I've got a larger torn rectangle, and I'm going to place this in the middle of it. I'm using wet glue just to give me a moment to wiggle that into place. And again, I'm going to put wet glue on the back of that. Not too much. This is going to go in the middle of a 5 by 7 inch card blank. So we've got some nice textural differences. The card blank is smooth white card. This white one is linen textured, and then we've obviously got all the texture from the panel itself. With the skinnier strip, I'm gluing it to linen texture card again. And I'm going to use my mini Perfect Layers tool to give it a border of 1/8 of an inch, and it's going to look different because of the undulating nature of the edge of the panel. So this may or may not work. So it's not quite right up here and up here. It looks fine down the sides. I'll just neaten those edges up with my trimmer. So I think I really just needed to square those top edges, get the corners to be 90 degrees, and I think that's worked out fine. I'll just bevel the edges with my embossing tool to neaten them up a bit, and that can go in the middle of a 4x6-ish inch card blank. So I was thinking I don't want to cover up too much of the background or detract from it too much. So I'm going to use white foliage. I think it'll sit nicely on top. So we'll place this over, I think, to the left, because I think that works with the curve of the foliage. And then we've got the background peeking through, but some nice open background there. And similarly with this one, over to the left, so we can see some of that background. I'll pop a little bit of glue under some of the leaves where they're not quite stuck down properly. For my sentiments, I've got these skinny script words. I've got thanks and congrats. And I've got this metallic platinum paper that I embossed and put in my trash or treasure box. So I'm going to try cutting them out of this. I'm wondering if they're just a little bit skinny and not readable. To help them stand out a bit, I've cut a vellum banner using this die, just a simple fishtail banner. To make this sticky, because it's so thin, I'm going to run it through my Xyron sticker maker and see how we get on. So that's all sticky on the back, and there's lots of little webby bits I'm going to have to deal with in a minute. I'll pop that on there. Just deal with all the webby bits of adhesive, just remove those, although I think they might mess up the heat embossing, but I think that's okay. And I'll run that whole thing through to make the whole of the back sticky. I think I'll put that here where that gap in the foliage is and stretch it across the middle, so it's basically middle. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. With this one, I'm not going to put it through the Xyron sticker maker because it's just too sticky. I'll dip this into some high-tack white glue and place that on here. Give that a moment to stick, but I will run the whole thing through. I'm going to place this about 1/3 of the way up over the foliage. It's quite a subtle sentiment, this. And you know me, I'm tempted to put some Nouveau drops or something else sprinkly and dimensional on there, but I really don't think they need it. I think they're fine as they are. Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's given you an idea or two, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.